Hey guys, and welcome to The Deed. Today we are going to put on our sassy pants while we are trying to frame other people for the murder of our sister.
If you haven't watched the previous episode, we'll play the intro again. If you have seen the previous episode, there will be a link down below so you can skip ahead to the actual gameplay.
Yes.
So let's begin. And I'm going to attempt to do better voices. Because voices are not my thing.
Okay, we're learning. Learning
You're
is
good at them. Like the squeak squeak.
Scotland, November 1945. I cannot do a Scottish accent.
Sounds just fine. Also, that music. My name is Aaron Bruce, the son of Malcolm Bruce, and rightful heir to Dunshiel House.
Look at you, so pretty.
I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I have decided that the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation.
Gasp.
I intend to put her out of her misery. Unfortunately, my sister never leaves the confines of Dunshiel House, which makes the matter more complicated.
Just a wee bit.
I have not visited the family home in quite some time. I cannot bear to be in that hellhole for long. However, my presence on the night of my father's 50th birthday will cause no suspicion. I must choose the timing and method of the deed very carefully. Tonight is the night. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me.
So dramatic.
Yeah, so, he's like, I am committed.
Gonna go kill
So
our sister.
We're gonna be sassy and try and still win. Bloody hell, George, who has been responsible for maintaining the gardens. It used to be Big Jack Willis, sir. He's been dead almost a year now.
Aww.
Big Jack Willis. I do a little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though. My sister hasn't offered to help you, then? I would not trust her in there. Miss Jennifer really isn't the outdoor type, sir.
Yeah, generally don't want crazy people to have access to, like, gardening shears.
I know, George. It was a joke. Very funny, sir. Sorry, I apologize again for my bad voicing, but practice. Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunshiel. As I slowly walk through the rain.
Homecoming. Converse with your relatives and search the house for useful objects. Objects are divided into two categories: items of evidence and weapons. You will only be allowed to pick up 2 objects from around the house before dinner commences, so choose wisely. Technically, if you wander around without picking up anything, then dinner just will probably never come. After dinner, you will have the chance to plant an item of evidence if you wish, and then commit the murder. There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. Good evening, Mr. Aaron. May I take your coat?
So, were we doing the... When we say sassy, are we doing the perverted one?
Yes.
Alright. Certainly, my dear, but only if I can take your dress. Mr. Aaron, that's no way to talk to a lady.
Mr. Aaron was just making a little joke, George. It's fine.
But he can't talk to...
It's fine, George. Please let me take your coat.
You're new, aren't you?
Sophia is my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Master Aaron. I'm not new exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you have never visited before.
We're doing the third option then? Or I don't get along?
No, next time we're going to be super aggressive.
Okay, so this one then.
Yes.
My family and I have not always been on the best of terms, as I'm sure you're aware.
I may have heard a few things which gave me that impression. I hope that it's all in the past now, at least. You are here now, and I'm sure you are eager to meet with the others. She has very mossy hair. Your father is in the library on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, which is on your right. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think.
And what if I want to join you for some pleasant company?
Oh, I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served. I like her little walk. I see you made it, Aaron. Forgive me if I don't stand. Your mere presence has almost given me a heart attack.
Hello, Mother.
It sounded super Draco Malfoy. Please sit down. If you want to talk properly, Aaron, I don't want to crane my neck looking up at you. Oh, Mummy. So, Aaron, you finally managed to make it up here for a visit. Please tell me you aren't just here to cause trouble.
So I'll be the third one then, I think, because the second one's pretty aggressive.
Yes.
I have no idea what you mean, Mother. I am here to celebrate Father's birthday, after all. Oh, is all.
I certainly hope that is the case. This family has been through enough. Have you been upstairs to see your sister yet? She has been going through an unusually difficult time recently.
Jennifer and I still have nothing to say about one another.
You really do need to grow out of these silly feuds, both of you. They've been going on since you were children. You would be at each other's throats all the time back then, as I recall. By now you should have realized that she is your only sibling, and that there are few things more important than family.
Like money.
Anyway, you should go and talk to your father if you haven't already. Wish him a happy birthday. Oh, and at least try to sound like you mean it.
So, do we want to do the diary again, or do we want to do something else?
If we could take more than one thing, this would be much easier. Even now, the familiar musty smell of your father's library fills you with dread as you step inside. You have too many bad memories of this room. Puppy.
Hello, Father.
Your father remains silent for several moments, and a chill seems to pass through the library. When he finally speaks, it is a quiet, bitter tone.
You told me you would never enter this house again, boy. Why are you here? I think it's... Which one do you think?
We'll do the none of your concern.
My reasons for being here are my own. Oh, really? In other words, there is no purpose at all to your visit. You could at least be happy to see me, Father. You know how to make me happy? Move back to Dunshield. Take your proper place and do your damn duty. Yes, let me live
Yes.
my life. It's too late, Father. I have my own life now. My own home, my own job. Damn them both to hell. Do you think your pathetic little life means anything?
So rude!
You're the last of a noble dynasty that stretches back hundreds of years. What does your life mean next to that? Everything. You're the same snot-nosed brat you always were. Obviously, I didn't give you enough discipline as a child.
Daddy's so mean!
You gave me dozens of beatings, Father. I remember every single one of them. Did you ever consider trying another method? Did you ever consider trying another method, perhaps? Not for a moment. You were always a snide little weasel. The best I could do was beat some of it out of you. You should be thanking me for it, not trying to condemn me. I think I've heard enough from you. Get out of here.
We should frame him.
Sure.
Let's look at things.
It's just the tome.
Our family history. Let's go pet the puppy.
Get away, boy. The chair's for the dog.
But I want to sit in it. Your father's best friend, a hunting dog named Beastie. The dog looks at you for a moment, then walks away when it realizes you have no food. When your father isn't looking, you quietly open the top drawer of the desk and take a look inside. It seems to be filled with his memorabilia.
He's right there.
One of the items sends a shiver through your bones. The cruel leather toss your father used to beat you with when you were a child. Why would he keep that in a drawer? Perhaps if you planted it in the right place, it might raise questions. I don't see how it would unless we, beat the sister with it.
Leave it?
For now. I need to see what else there is that we can use.
Well, we've got the diary, we've got that.
My mommy's kind of sorta nice.
Did we want to break into the room again or no? Probably.
I didn't get to read that.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Our billiards room. A billiards cue belonging to your father lies across the table. This could certainly serve as an unorthodox murder weapon. I feel like wailing her to death with a pool cue would be pretty conspicuous.
Well, he could just jam in her neck.
Your father always keeps an impressive amount of wine stocked in the house.
So my thought is, let's not go in her room this time, because we've been very forward. She might accuse us of trying to be too forward, raising suspicion. This way it can be well, we have a weird, character, but not nothing creepy.
2 pairs of shoes, freshly polished.
Oh, it's you, sir. You seem annoyed about something. I don't like the way you spoke to Sophia just now. Frankly, I'm shocked and disgusted, sir. Don't tell me you've never flirted with a pretty piece of skirt. There's no harm in it.
I know that's not you, but
Even if you're right, there's a time and place for everything. It seems you have a lot to learn about being a man, sir. Unfortunately, it's not my place to teach you. This conversation is over.
He's so mad at us. I could sit if we wanted to.
Can't Rummage always watching us.
Darn.
But when he's not watching us, we could. Because now we've already been in there.
The groundskeeper's cupboard. George seems to have left it open. Household tool. Ooh, a thick length of a rope. Strangulation is certainly a tried and tested method of murder.
And he's left it open. We could still blame the dad.
How?
Well, it's not if he left it open and you say, well, my dad left it open. He went in here, grabbed it, he strangled her. We put it back in the dad's bedroom. Or we run wherever, we figure out where he is, run into the room he's in and plant it and raise some suspicion that because if he's already, I'm in this room, right? It needs to be someplace where they most likely would have hid. Or not hid, but stayed. Anyway, it's an option.
Okay. One of your mother's prized gold candlesticks sits at the center of the table. It certainly would make for an elegant, traditional murder weapon. I don't think we could really pin the candlestick on anybody.
Why not?
Because it's just sitting in the middle of a table. Anyone would have access to it.
Yeah, but you hide it somewhere. But true.
You managed to force open the locked drawer of the writing desk. Inside is pages of poetry penned in your sister's handwriting. They seem to be love letters penned to an unidentified female. From the descriptions, you would guess it's the new maid. Interesting.
My suspicions have been confirmed. So the maid could have killed her to hide the evidence.
We could take those and the mirror shard.
Yeah. But they would know that. Well, okay, we could give it a try. But where would we? Yes. Well, we'll be playing again, right? So
That's true.
let's have fun with it.
Okay. You take the most intimate and lovelorn poem you can find and hide it on your person. Ho ho! Could raise interesting questions about the maid's relationship with your sister.
So we would...
Let's put it in her room under her pillow.
The maid's room?
Yes.
The only... Yeah.
Because we have to go there to get the shard of the mirror so we can go to stabby stab. How do we get to her room? Where is it?
It's down here. I don't know if we can get into it, like if we can plan it now. Oh yeah, we can.
Yeah, because she's in the kitchen.
But we might not be able to actually plant it until after we after we eat, which is okay.
Oh right.
And then we go somewhere else and hide.
Right. A broken mirror sits upon the maid's desk. Odds are that it belongs to your sister, and the maid has been hiding it here after accidentally breaking it. A shard of glass from the mirror would be a poetic murder weapon, and it goes with our poems. Yes. You take the sharpest piece of broken glass.
Oh, we didn't talk to the maid again, because we took it and now it's gone to the to dinner.
Yeah.
Which might be okay, because we don't want to really raise too much suspicion, because if she says, he kept harassing me, then it might be like, oh, well, he was in your room. What was he doing in your room?
Yes. Sophia, could you come here a moment? Yes, ma'am. Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am.
But, madam...
Oh, what is it, George?
I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner.
Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. What does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic.
But I... Do you let the staff speak to you like that?
Sure.
Sassy. Are you going to let George get away with his disobedience, mother?
Of course not. You and I will have words after dinner, George.
Yes, madam.
Oh, we're so mean.
Let your mother deal with it, would you? We don't need your interference.
An interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy?
I can't believe we forgot to go talk to the sister.
But I thought we decided not to.
Oh yeah, that's right. And the maid. Yes, he is. Why can't you keep your mouth shut, boy? That's what I think.
Yes.
Careful, father. There's no need to make a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here.
Malcolm, please let's not permit his behavior to ruin dinner.
Yes, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy.
Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I just wanted to say that this is the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. You are too kind, miss. Of course I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Oh, you are so good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good.
I don't know if I want... Do I want to do...
the hot cakes. We're being sassy.
And why haven't I been offered a serving of your sweet buns, Sophia?
Aaron, leave the poor girl alone. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday, such a very important occasion for us all. You are so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday, Daddy.
Indeed. Happy birthday, Father. Let's hope it will be one to remember.
That is suspicious. Now it is time to quickly plant any items of evidence you have. To do so, simply enter the desire room and select the item from your inventory. Okay, let's go put stuff in the maid's bedroom.
Okay.
But George is there. We can't plant it while George is there. He'll see us.
Yeah, he'll know we went downstairs. So we need to put it somewhere else.
What about the kitchen?
Good idea.
Is she still in the kitchen?
Very likely.
Damn it. But she's not looking. Walking into the pantry. Oh, I can't read it. Maybe we could just put it in the
We were
pantry.
salivating at the roast beef.
Okay. Let's just put it in the pantry.
Alright. Items. Poem.
A bad love poem written by your sister. Come hither, thou sweet and flame-haired maiden. Let us play the games of which we have been forbidden. In dusty old rooms of this home, in which I live in, come hither to me and do my sweet bidding. You find yourself unable to continue reading this poem. You're pretty sure that forbidden isn't a word and that the rest didn't really rhyme. Yes, let's plant it in the pantry and then run away because no one can see us. Yes. Let's go stabbity stab.
We have to think about where we're going to run afterwards.
Oh,
because we've never been upstairs yet.
Um,
We really have no choice, because if we go to any other room, they'll be like, well, he came afterwards. Maybe. We'll go upstairs. We have no choice.
But we haven't been there before.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
We have no choice.
You see Jennifer staring out the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now is the time. Broken glass. Your sister cries out in surprise as you grab her from behind and quickly muffle those cries with one hand before pressing the shard of broken glass against her throat. She struggles valiantly as you cut her throat open, but you manage to hold her in place until she finally goes limp. You drop her lifeless body to the ground along with the broken glass. It's time to leave this room before your deed is discovered. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Where are we running to? Where are we
Upstairs.
running to? Oh, let's go to our bedroom. Run, 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 run. Run to the bedroom, run to the bedroom, run to the bedroom. Run, 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 run to our bedroom.
Please.
Step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished, probably thrown in a bonfire, knowing your father.
It sounds like my deed has been discovered. We made it in. And
It's so
we activated the
exciting.
bedroom, so that's good.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be crazy if this gets us? Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand this has been a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you've been doing, wasting time in here, while my daughter's killer is still there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry, and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible, then, that the killer is in this room.
What? No.
That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. We're so suspicious. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I have to interview each of you in turn. Mrs. Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first?
I suppose so. Not a library. The interview.
Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, though, I will need to search your person. Best to get these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary?
Yes.
I'm afraid so. Turn around, please, while I pat you down.
Pat, 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 pat.
Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview.
I'm so
As you
nervous.
know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we have to run through your activities since your arrival. The maid says you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock, and she greeted you at the door. She says that you mentioned during your conversations that you were not on good terms with your family. Which one? This one, probably?
Yeah.
What I really meant to say is that my family is not on good terms with me. It's been that way since I chose to leave the family home. Ah, of course, I understand. The maid says you made several lewd comments and advances to her during your conversation. This leads me to question your character, I'm afraid.
Of course I did. Have you seen the maid?
Absolutely. Wouldn't you have done the same? She is a pretty little thing after all. No, I can't say I would have. It's worth noting that the butler also commented on your inappropriate behavior towards the maid. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother, Gloria, in the parlor. She says that she attempted to bring up the topic of your sister, but you were unwilling to talk about her.
Middle one.
All my life, I have been hearing about my sister's condition. It gets rather tiresome. I see. It seems a bit uncaring of you. You went to see your father in the library. I understand your conversation became quite heated.
Yeah.
Heard? I didn't think it was that heated, relatively speaking. Really? Apparently even your mother could hear raised voices from the parlor. You discussed the prospect of your moving back to Dunshio. You refused to do so under any circumstances, I understand.
Middle.
My father fails to accept the fact that I have my own life now, and I just can't move back here. Of course not. That is completely understandable. Let's discuss your conversation with the butler. As I understand it, he confronted you about your earlier behavior with the maid. I understand you defended your actions by stating you were simply having a bit of fun. Fun.
Yes.
Do you often have fun at the expense of others, Mr. Bruce?
Well, we are being sassy.
I only have fun at the expense of floozies who like to play hard to get. Mr. Bruce, I find that quite shocking. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? No. No, I didn't. I didn't see Jennifer until dinner. Very well, then. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. There was some trouble involving the butler, I gather. Apparently you're quite offended by his behavior.
I think the drinking is a little more sassy pants than asshole.
I wish I hadn't said anything, actually. I just been enjoying the wine a bit too much, perhaps. I see. That is understandable. I gather your father rather lost his temper at one point.
Just the usual.
That was nothing out of the ordinary. Your father often loses his temper at dinner? My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. Apparently you made a rather lecherous comment towards the maid.
Sure, we're being sassy pants.
Obviously, she can bend over my plate any time. Mr. Bruce, keep your vulgar thoughts to yourself.
That's awful.
Now I need to ascertain her location at the time of her death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream?
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
Our bedroom.
I was in the guest bedroom. I see. Thank you. As I said earlier, we completed our initial search of the property. We found a poem written by your sister, which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. Given that we found it in the pantry, we can assume the maid had read it. Perhaps it's proof that the two of them were involved in a secret relationship. That would make her a suspect. I will certainly have more questions for her, at least. I'm curious about the murder weapon. The broken glass seems to come from from one of your sister's mirrors. We found the rest of it in the maid's bedroom. We have established you've been to the servants' quarters this evening. However, we can't rule out suicide, especially given her mental condition and obsession with mirrors. It is all very interesting. I will be honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. While there is some suspicion regarding your father, I don't regard him as a suspect. I think the evidence around the maid might be worth another look. As for what happens next, I am placing you under arrest on suspicion of murder of your sister. I think another interview with the maid will be required also.
Darn. Technically, we were only in the servants' quarters to talk to George.
As the only person to be arrested, you remain the prime suspect in the case. The evidence against you is overwhelming. At the trial, it didn't take very long for the jury to return a guilty verdict. You were given a life sentence for the murder of your sister, and will be spending the rest of your life sleeping behind bars.
Lame.
And your dank little cell, there was nowhere to hide or escape the nightmares when they came. The deed itself has taken possession of your soul, and perhaps this was her final revenge.
Darn. I thought that was pretty good framing the maid.
Well, next time we'll try for a perfect one again. We need to get the inheritance.
Yes.
But, that was pretty good. It was the sassiness. If we would not have been like that, they have been like, you're kind of cool. You're an upstanding citizen.
I don't know if there is a way to win this. Because last
There
time we
is.
were super cordial and we still got disinherited.
But that's only because there was no clear proof about who did it. We still had a fight with her dad. So we would have to be really like, I am willing to do everything you want, Dad.
I suppose.
So I think that's the answer.
Alright.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.